love me tonight. Sweet baby, love me tonight. Love you, loving you.
Yes. Come on over.
Okay,
we're
here's
gonna
Lou
give you a
Mouse.
microphone.
He's an old timer of us.
Old friend of ours, but not.
For about since 2012.
Wow. Okay.
I'm originally from Bensonhurst, Brooklyn.
Oh
So,
boy. Okay.
I
Yeah.
was there too. My wife and I lived there when we first got married in our apartment on Lawrence Avenue, or a block off 18th Avenue and McDonald Avenue, in our purple bedroom with a purple rug and a purple ceiling and purple walls, because that's our favorite color.
Yes.
We
Yeah.
used to do like a word processing operator.
Oh.
Picture having to type all day.
Oh yes, I've
with
done that.
the dictaphone and listen to the recording, and that's what kept me nimble on the guitar. You know,
That's great. You know what? That's it. You know,
it just kept my
you
fingers
really-
going 8 hours a day constantly. I did that.
I didn't know
and
you
did-
ever did that, Mary.
Yeah.
I did. Yeah, I've done a lot of jobs that nobody knows
I,
about.
wa- I,
Wow.
Look at that
Okay.
transition. But I had to do this job because back in 2008, when the economy tanked, I couldn't
Right.
get a job.
Right.
So I had to think out of the box of my skills, you know.
That's good. I mean,
Yeah.
how much?
Type 80 words a minute doesn't mean anything
it-
because
no.
every Tom, Dick, and Sally types 80 words a minute.
They
you
all
know.
do it, and
Wow.
everybody's expendable at that point.
Exactly.
Yeah, going on to be me, and then yeah. So now,
Well-
when did you start actually playing music? You mentioned about the keyboards.
Well-
you know, typing all the time.
Growing up as a kid, you know, my father had a lot of friends in Vietnam. I was always into military, everything like that movie, The Longest Day. Remember that one with Jim?
Okay.
Anything military, I play with my soldiers. My father's friends would come in and they'd say, "Listen, Lou, when you play with your shows, do it away from my friends because it reminds them too much of
Okay.
battle." And I wanted to go to West Point. I was in the Boy Scouts, the Cub Scouts, the Weblos.
Right.
And when I got into music, I think I was about 12 years old when I saw Jimi Hendrix.
Oh boy. Yeah,
It
that's
was
a big-
Whoa.
the guitar was like a baby in his hands,
Oh,
and the
imagine.
style he had, I was like
And
so.
you got to
I was so
actually
drawn.
go
I
to
was
a
so
show.
drawn to him. I never went to his show. I was
Oh,
too young.
okay. Oh,
But I was
alright.
so drawn to him, you know,
Yeah,
and that attracted me to playing the guitar, Jimi Hendrix. And then I got into Santana.
Oh, Santana's great. And I was listening to you before when you were practicing. He's got some of them Santana riffs down pretty good.
I love Santana.
Oh,
yeah.
I do too. And I mean, you know, that's
There's a reason why the guy's pretty much. Who knew the best guitar player in the whole world would be a slow hand, rather than a acrobatic guitar player like Steve Vai,
right.
Satriani.
He just takes
Santana's the best in the
he
world.
takes it to a whole nother level.
He's
He
just
really
so
does.
spiritual. You know?
Yes. I mean, I've heard
All the
different-
tricks I do, I'm like, what am I doing?
How do you do this?
Santana don't need to do all those tricks. He just plays one note and you're mystified. Yeah.
and it's like,
You're
where did he learn this?
mesmerized.
Was he born with this? He probably was.
Yeah.
He had to be.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and every record I've ever heard him on where he's done a guest spot, oh, you can automatically tell.
Mm-hmm. You know right away.
Yes, that's got to be Carlos Santana.
Uh-huh.
So, but that's great, and it's a really good thing for you to follow because not a lot of people can do that.
My other guitar player I really love is Robin Trower.
Okay.
These guys are getting up there in years. They're like over 70 now.
Right.
But they're still touring and playing.
Well, you know, they've got young guys like you following them, and somebody's got to keep the legacy running, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I mean, you know.
Yeah, that
keep
is
it
true.
going.
Thank you.
And how long have you been writing your own music?
That's the thing.
That's a hard thing to do.
I write like maybe 2-3 songs a year, and that's not enough. I got to start upping my game, you know, because
Right.
there are 2 songs I'll be doing on my list that I just wrote, Dance With Me and Agnes, which is about a hurricane, a super hurricane,
Oh.
and it's about global warming, You know, I mean, Puerto Rico's still recovering
Absolutely.
from last, and now we got a hurricane season coming up. So Agnes is watching, you know, and she's going to come if we don't really take care of this global warming. So,
That's true.
so that's I even got a video up on that in lumass.com.
Do you? Okay, so
About-
that's something to
Yeah,
check,
something
to
that's
check
not going to
out.
get old, you know,
Right.
global warming. So
It's it's not going away. I mean, we just can only do something to maybe slow it down. You know,
I'm into a lot of, you know, exotic beats and stuff like that. So I'm trying to get more on
that's great.
hitting the target of the mainstream, what's out there.
Well, it's like one of my favorite things too is the different beats and stuff. Gloria Estefan and the Miami Sound Machine.
Yeah, I got like
The
one of my
stuff that
songs.
it's great. I love to perform that stuff too.
One of my songs, I got a bossa nova beat, you know.
Wow.
And a lot of these drummers, I am looking for a drummer and
Okay,
bass player
so
and
there's the
conga
official word.
player. So, but you know, it's hard to get a drummer to start to do some bossa nova beats, and
Yeah.
and I got upbeats and staccatos and a lot of fusion type stuff. And
You know,
they talk the talk, but they can't walk the walk,
you've got to look for
unfortunately.
the older Cuban gentlemen.
I know.
That's what you need. They're usually
The
really
drummers
good at
I
that kind
want
of
are
stuff.
studio musicians, professionals
Right.
making the big
It's
bucks.
tough.
Yep.
Yeah,
It's tough, you know. That's why, you know, I don't really prefer to use bands on this show. Every time we plan one, we end up getting canceled out and
Somebody
getting
quits.
somebody else.
I started programming my drum machine and my background tracks
Yeah.
so I can consistently perform without all of these bands canceling who's late for band practice. I actually was so serious with my bands that I had this one guy who was always late for practice.
Oh, boy.
And I had a chart on the wall. Okay, he's getting a demerit now. Now he's getting another
There's
demerit.
the corrections officer coming out.
Yeah. You got a demerit now. That's it. Well, 2 more times, I'm done.
That's
Right,
it.
that's
You know,
why.
and they just raise your blood pressure and
Yeah.
Oh,
a
they do.
lot of flakes.
Yeah, whenever they get us crazy when we have them here. Oh, this don't sound right. This is not right. They
Oh, forget it.
I mean, it is something where you kind of have to be picky about what sounds you're getting, but then when everybody in the band has a different opinion,
I'm willing to train.
yeah,
I mean, I'll work with you.
hey, you know,
But if
that's
you're
it.
going to be canceling practice or tell me 2 days before the gig, oh, I can't play, I'm not feeling
The
well.
best we've ever had. We had a kiddie band here one time. They came right in, did their thing, didn't bother us. You know, they had everything perfect. I want this. Nothing. Okay, everything's fine. Boom, we ran the show, and what was funny, it was in October on a Friday night. They stayed. They lived in the neighborhood. They finished here at 9 o'clock on a Friday night, and came back at 2 o'clock the next day to be our house band at the telethon, and we never heard a peep out of them. They just played what they had to, came in when we told them, and these were all kids around 12 years old, younger and stuff, and we had we didn't even know they were here. I mean, they just did their playing and stuff and didn't say nothing to nobody. I mean, it was a pleasure having these people.
That's nice. I think they were probably too young to have all those opinions that we all start to form as we get older, as we're playing, and we've got our own style. I know my husband and I have tried to get bands together before, and you know, it's very hard to get somebody that's
That's
gonna
why I became
mesh
a
with
one-man
you.
band. Because
Exactly.
I wanted to consistently play on. And back before Bloomberg did the no smoking
Oh,
law,
yes.
I had good buzzes going on
Oh, I bet.
in Queens, and all I needed to do is take it to another level and
Right.
get that space in the Queens Gazette for a whole year and really.
Wow.
And one of my faults I think I do is I stop writing songs. You're only good as your last album. You stop writing materials,
Right.
you don't progress. You can do all the copy like that karaoke thing. I'd love to go there.
Right.
I do a mean Bobby Darin, Mac the Knife.
Wow.
Right.
I rock that song.
We're gonna, you know what?
Wow.
We're gonna be going to do karaoke after the show tonight, so you are more than welcome to come with us.
You know,
I
funniest
you
thing,
wish
feel
I
it.
wouldn't have to go to
the other
work.
night, Mary took me out of my comfort zone, speaking of Mac the Knife, right?
Yeah, yeah,
I
She
rock
ma-
Mac the Knife.
yeah.
Yeah, we were at karaoke, and she says, I'm taking you out of your comfort zone now. And
Yeah. I like to push the envelope. I like to push the envelope with my own voice, even. and step out and do something that's not a style people expect me to do. And it's always fun.
I auditioned that song for The Voice.
Did you?
Yeah, I was at the Javits Center in the
Okay,
city.
well,
Where I
yeah.
waited online 2 hours,
Oh, you
and
got
I
lucky.
acapello'd that song, and
Uh-huh.
I didn't make it though.
But, you
But
know,
I tried.
that's okay. That's okay. So, you know, I think that, you know, everybody's kind of got a really good idea of what you do now. So your style is basically like a Latin inspired.
Lately, yeah, if I start writing new songs, I'm going more of a Latin direction.
Well, I hope you do get more
Yeah.
songs out. It really would be good. You know, I don't know how to start writing songs
I
myself.
have to have conviction, you know,
Yeah,
with
yeah.
songs.
I can spit out poetry. I cannot do a song.
Oh, well, that's good. Lyrics are the hardest to
Right,
come up
it's
with
just
when
a
you're
matter
writing
of,
a
I
song.
guess, finding somebody to fit music to,
Right.
you know, to the
If-
poetry that I write.
For you, Lou, I got an idea because I'm going to do it. Maybe The Voice is, you know, not the proper show because America's Got Talent takes much more variety, and they like unusual stuff, and I'm going for it.
Oh, I'd love to
I'm
try.
going. I already set up, and you know, even though things didn't work the first time, which was like 10 years ago, but I feel I'm ready for it now, and everybody's been saying, "Do it again." Now things are different.
Well, that's good. Well, the first song that I'm going to be doing, "Dance with Me," is my latest one, and I'm going to try that one at the Apollo Theater.
Oh, when are you going to be
Yeah,
there?
because that'll be in the vein of the type of music. I just
Yeah.
got to write a couple of more songs like that.
Okay.
You know.
Do you have a date for Apollo or?
No, I'm going to be looking into it. I just got to really get down my
Right.
stage show.
Right.
But if you're going to do one of those shows, don't use original music.
For
You
the
know,
Apollo,
because
isn't it original?
they really don't want it. And even Simon Cowell says they'll take it, but they really don't want to. You could do what you want, but they want something that people know, that they could bite their teeth into and give a true opinion of what they.
Right. Something familiar that they can say, oh, that was good, that wasn't good. When you're doing original music, that's the beauty of original music, though, is you can mess up. Nobody knows the difference because they don't know the song.
Right.
But when you're doing something like that, where people are expecting to hear something that they know, you know, I wouldn't hesitate to throw in an original or two if I was you. You know, so let us know when you're going to do that, and
Yeah.
we'll let everybody know. And you know, maybe
Got
we'll
to be on top of your game with that one.
yeah, we'll get a whole bunch of people, and you
Gotta
know,
be
we'll
on my
just
A
let people
game.
know that you're going to be down there, and we gladly put it over the air for you.
America's Got Talent. I never tried that one before.
But
I think I would try
The
that.
reason I said that is because they take a lot of different variety, and they take
Yes.
singers
I
and
could be
stuff.
unusual.
And
Right.
I got some stuff I
you
could be pretty
right, so
unusual.
you know, but keep it to the cover music where they could fairly judge you, and you know,
Right.
this way, and just brush it up and get it to a perfection. Because I know for sure that when I do this, I know I'm going to have the best instructor.
I
Well,
rehearse.
yeah, I will be instructing you.
See,
yes.
when you rehearse, and it's a lot of artists, you're supposed to look at yourself in the mirror. This way you see yourself as an observer,
Right.
and you see exactly what you're doing. That's what I've been doing
Absolutely.
lately anyway.
And then part two of
I
that,
always had mirrors around when I rehearsed, but I never actually
You need one more
utilized
thing.
them, you know.
and here's what that is: an S&S, a good song, and a good story.
Yeah,
Okay, you need a good story of yourself.
and I think he's got a good one.
Yes, I think you could
I
tell
try
them
to
a
hit
good.
targets, you know, that people are interested
Right.
in, like global warming, the
Yeah.
economy. My first song's about love at first sight, you know,
Okay.
just looking at somebody, and which is
Right.
I believe in that. Do you believe in love
Oh,
at
I
first sight?
do. Yeah, I mean, my husband and I,
Mhm.
we were high school sweethearts, but we've
There
known
you
each other
go.
since we were 5 years old.
Wow.
Wow.
Not many people can say that, but you know what? Let's get you up and,
Okay.
and get you started because we don't want to
Okay.
run too short on your time.
Okay.
You know, you've got 25 minutes or so to play. So I hope you have
Okay.
plenty of stuff, which I bet you do.
Yeah, I got about 5 songs.
That works for me.
Yeah.
All right, so you go ahead and you go over there and you get yourself set. When you're ready, just kind of gives us the thumbs up, and we're gonna go turn the screen to you.
Right.
I'm excited because I listening to him practice
Yes.
was really good. I went over at one point and was clapping and dancing around a little bit.
Right.
But I dance all the time anyway, so people, when they see me out, oh, there's Mary on the dance floor.
Yeah.
Always.
The teeny bopper.
Oh, Phil calls me the teeny bopper all the time. He thinks I'm a perpetual teenager, but I don't think that is a bad thing.
Right. No.
Yes, because when I'm 80, I'm still.
Sandy likes that too.
That's right. When I'm 80, I'm still going to be dancing.
Right.
All right. So, Lou, you ready?
Okay. Here we switch it or turn it over to Mr. Lou Mass.
Here's a song I wrote. It's about a girl that just broke up with her boyfriend. And she's on the dance floor. And she's moving so sadly on the dance floor. And there's this young man having a drink by the bar, and he notices her. Just can't stop looking at her. This song's about love at first sight on the dance floor. It's called Dance With Me. Dance with me. Every day there is no light, so I finally get out of my house to see what's in the night. When I walk in the club, I get a feeling of despair. Thoughts at a place, what am I doing here? That's when I saw her dancing over there. Sadness in her eyes, blank and lonely stare. Oh no, somebody must have broke her heart. The way she swayed and sadly sighed, it's a feeling you can't hide. And I was drawn to her. I was drawn to the way she moved through my soul, the way she danced through the night with no one to hold. Dance with me, dance with me. He broke your heart, but I know he can make you so happy. Move with me, sway with me. I know you are. I know you're my first love fantasy. First love fantasy. One having a drink over here, the other one dancing over there. Can't stop watching her as she dances to the beat, anticipating when it stops, sitting at the edge of my seat. And I thought, oh man, how does she have a hold on me? But just one side of her makes me wanna set her free. Won't you fly with me? Dance with me. Your heart, but I know it can make you so happy. Move with me, sway with me. I know you are. I know you're first love fantasy. and we dance. So happy, move with me, sway with me. I know you are, I know you're my personal fantasy. Dance with me, hero of your heart, but I know it can make you so happy. Move with me, sway with me. I know you are, I know you're my personal fantasy. Dance with me, hero of your heart. Sway with me, move with me. I know you are, I know you're my personal fantasy. Dance with me, hero of your heart. So happy. Thank you. This next song I'm going to do, I wrote about my dad. I'm from a broken home. So back when I was about 4 or 5 years old, my dad and my mom used to get into these arguments. And that's one thing, parents out there, never fight in front of your kids and get into anything dramatic, because they don't understand and they get terrorized from it. Okay, so this song's about my dad missing my mom, because he was always begging her to stay, missing her. Finally, when she left him, he just kept on trying to get back together with her, missing her. And when I was about 14, I wrote this song from the heart, and I still play it today. This song is called Your Touch. Honey, where did you go? I tremble each day for you. Where am I without your love to keep me warm? And where am I? Where am I without your touch? Love ran away from me. The lights, why can I just see that I need your movements upon my soul, and I need your touch. love you had for me, but hate I had for you. Why did I make you slave for my desire? And why was I so lazy? Please come back to me. Please, can you see my heart keeps on pounding for you? My heart needs your touch. I love you. I love you. I love you. I love you. I need you. I love you. I need you. I love you.
All right.
We're going to come over for just a minute. We just want to sign off and say goodbye and have you play us off.
Yeah. Wow.
Oh, that's about it? Yeah.
Well,
Yeah,
no,
so,
you sing
yeah,
that one
thank
more
you.
song. Hopefully it's a really good long one because we're going to have you play us out.
Come in a little.
Come on. Do this way. There we go. I don't wanna knock
Okay,
into,
so thanks for
your
coming
spot.
on. Very good job, and
Thank you.
I'm
Yeah.
excited. I think that your music has come a long way since the first time I've
Yes.
seen you. You know, and I think that you're going to have continued success and you're going a long way. Did you
Yes.
record all those tracks yourself?
The background track?
Yeah.
Yeah, I did actually.
Oh, you
That's
played all the
wonderful.
instruments
I
and
got a
everything.
32-track recorder. And,
Ah,
it's
wonderful.
all digital and Pro Tools and stuff like
Wow.
that. Yeah.
That's great. Well, you know what? We're not going to hold you up so that you can get some more.
yeah, and you just
another
take
song.
us out the rest of the way.
Just keep
till
on
you
going.
see the credits.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Well, folks.
I would like to get you in here for a little longer, but we got a nice chat in. So,
Okay, so thank you for watching, folks.
yes.
Wherever
everybody
you are,
tune in
especially
again
in
next week.
Access 23 TV, Port Jervis, New York. But thank you in all other areas.
That's right. Everybody, thank you for tuning in. And don't forget, look up Lumos, lumos.com. And also look for this episode on Facebook. It'll be another couple months, but it'll be on Facebook. You can get all your friends to watch it.
Thank you.
And
All
on
right.
YouTube.
YouTube. Yeah, YouTube, not Facebook. YouTube.
Right.
But you can put yours on Facebook.
Okay.
And we'll give you a copy.
So,
When are we going to be aired? Oh,
Oh, well, tonight, actually, you're airing live right this minute
oh, okay.
in
You
the
were.
Port Jervis area.
yes, and then you'll get more areas as we go along.
Right.
The Hudson Valley, of Spectrum.
We'll keep in touch and try to give you an idea of when they're going to be
Yes,
on.
and
Okay?
Manhattan and Brooklyn.
All right.
Okay.
So good night, folks.
Good night, everybody.
And we're leaving you with Mr. Lumos.
Yes.
All right, here's a song that's going to allow me to really jam out and let it all hang out. When I first wrote this song, I thought I wrote a rap song, but people told me it's more of rhythm and blues. Chuck Berry influence, kind of like Maybelline. This song is called I Didn't Know. Didn't know be the one to talk to you. Didn't know be the one you wanted to. Every time I think about the line today, didn't know be the one to hear you say. Didn't know. Didn't know. Every time I think about the love betrayal, fill me up and turn me and make me heal. Girl, got me going, it's going on. Didn't know be the one to sing the song. Didn't know. Didn't know. Here we go now. Girl, got me going, don't you hesitate. Every time I think you, my love can't wait. Baby, don't slow, gotta hold me tight. You gotta kiss your love, baby, do it right. Didn't know. Didn't know. Didn't know, girl, be the one for me. Give me love, it's ecstasy. Girl, I go in, change my life. Yeah, say someday gonna be my wife. Didn't know. Didn't know. Here we go now. Didn't know. Didn't know. Yeah, let me tell you something now. Didn't know. Didn't know. Yeah, let me tell you something now. Didn't know. Every time I'm with you in the morning light. Every time I'm with you when you hold me tight. I didn't know, girl, be the one for me. You give me love, it's ecstasy. Didn't know, be the one to talk to you. Didn't know, be the one you wanna do. Every time I think about the line today, didn't know, be the one to keep stay. Didn't know, yeah, didn't know. Every time I think about the love betrayal, yeah, fill me up and tell me it make me heal. Girl, got me going, yeah, it's going on. Didn't know, be the one to sing the song. Didn't know, didn't know. Here we go now. Didn't know, didn't know. Yeah, let me tell you something. Didn't know, didn't know. Yeah, let me tell you something. Didn't know, 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 Come on, let me hear some noise out here. I can't hear anybody. Didn't know I do you. Didn't know you do me. know I do you. Didn't know you do me. Do me. Do me, 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 yeah, come on. I'm gonna play my guitar now. Excuse me. Come on now. Here we go. Rock and roll.